Vested Center for Excellence. Today's Vested Success video tutorial is a real play exercise designed to help you increase trust with the two-in-a-box partners on your deal. Now, this tool can be used when you're in the deal-making process, but also when you are a standing neutral helping teams well past the deal being signed. So let's dig in and see how this tool works. So the goal is for two-in-a-box partner teammates to identify the strengths, weaknesses, and preferred ways of working with each other in order to help the two-in-a-box partners strengthen their relationship. Individuals start by filling in the areas of the expectation sharing matrix. And I'm going to share that with you in just a second so you can see what it looks like. But once they've filled it in, now you're going to have each of the two-in-a-box partners share it with each other. Now this is going to spark new thoughts and hopefully amazing candid discussions where the partners think about how they can work together to leverage each other's strengths and compensate each other for their weaknesses in order to increase the effectiveness of their collective performance. One fun thing I always like to do too is just think about pet peeves. What's my pet peeve? What's your pet peeve? Those are great discussions because who wants to, have a pet peeve for someone if you don't even know it was their pet peeve? So it's a great, great exercise. Now keep in mind, this tool is best kept private and confidential between the two-in-a-box partners unless they want to share it outside of their relationship. So let's see the tool itself so you can see how this works. Now I've just got a simple Word document here. I'll show you where to download it in a minute. But I've got different categories, and in the categories I have wants, needs, priorities, rules to work by, strengths, weaknesses, and communication preferences. This is where I like to have your pet peeves if you have any. Now I have the buyer and the service provider, and you would do this in your two-in-a-box pairs. So for example, let's say the two-in-a-box pair is a procurement lead and account manager, and they're discussing the wants, needs, and priorities. So the procurement lead may say, gosh, I like to work hard, play hard, and I very much like to work around deliverables. Not necessarily I'm in the office 40 hours per week. They like instant and honest feedback, especially though it's the good and bad. They don't want you to sugarcoat things. And they like to coach and mentor relationships both ways. So it's not just I'm the procurement person, but they value working with the supplier and coaching them, and hopefully that the supplier will like to receive that coaching. They also don't like to have any babysitting around admin or vacation. That's kind of a pet peeve. Not really something to worry about when you're dealing with your supplier, but it definitely is when you're dealing with your boss. Now let's look at the account manager. They like to work until it's done, but don't mind splitting it up over time. Start here, finish here, but that leads well to the deliverables. Now they appreciate this no babysitting philosophy as well because they don't like someone looking over their shoulder, and that's something that sometimes procurement folks will do to the suppliers. They also like honest feedback regardless of how critical, and they know what problems to fix. They need to know what problems to fix, so they appreciate coaching. So you can see just from this matrix in how the teams put together their bullets that they are going to be quite compatible. And what's great about this exercise is it helps them understand where they might not be compatible and they may need to change their style. So the first page in the expectation sharing matrix tool is blank. It's designed for the team members to fill in. And the second page has an example that you can use just for inspiration. You can modify this, you can change it any way you want, but it is a great tool. I encourage you to use it. I've personally used this in many relationships, not just in buyer-supplier relationships, but actually even between employees and bosses. So you can find this toolkit under the My Account, so just go to vestedway.com, and it's in this 502 CDA Certified Coach Program CAT Deep Dive module. It's actually one of the tools that we use for closing gaps in compatibility and trust. So I hope that you've enjoyed learning about this great tool, the Expectation Sharing Matrix, and you'll take it to your clients to help them improve their relationships at their two-in-a-box levels.